Hello, all you beautiful souls. Happy Magical Monday. If you're watching the replay, you're going to hang out with me for just about another minute while we wait for others to join us. As you're waiting with me, just begin to breathe deep into your body. Let your body begin to relax and let your mind become fully focused here. Okay, I'm starting to see people join us live. Welcome. Say hi in the comments as you get here. And today I am going to return out of our pattern interrupt for your two-word check-in. So as you say hello, breathe into your body and just check in with your emotional state and start to put your two-word check-in as well. Hi, Arnell. Hi, Wilkinson. Go ahead and feel into yourselves. Pick two words that describe what you're experiencing right now and pop them in the comments for me. I see two more people who have joined. Say hi in the comments and check in with yourself and tap in your two words. Good morning, Patricia. All right, here come the two words. Good morning, Joseph. Welcome. We're breathing into ourselves and finding our two-word check-in and popping it in. Good morning, Tim. Joseph, why doesn't that surprise me for you, Mr. Spinning Plates? Hi, Liz. Hey, Tim. All right, it's 7:01. I'm going to hang out till 7:02, see who else joins us. Then I'm going to take my eyes off the comments and I'm going to jump right in. As you're hanging out waiting with me for others to join, just focus on your body for a moment. And see if you can just breathe deeper into your body and let your physical body just settle into this moment, into this activity that you've chosen to participate in. Let your body fully land here. And then see how you can let your mind fully land here just a little bit more. Regardless of the emotions that you're experiencing, see if you can just let your mind and your body land a little more. And if you've just joined us, say hi in the comments and give us your two-word check-in. Hi, Michael. So I'm going to take my eyes off of the comments now, and I'm going to start to share with you the information. So we are moving into some really wonderful energy. And as I begin to share with you about the energy, I want to have you filter what I'm transmitting, what I'm sharing through the lens of whatever your two-word check-in is at the moment. Oftentimes we misunderstand that unpleasant experiences are not bad. They're not wrong. They're not to be avoided. They're not to be judged. So because somebody is feeling frustrated, or whatever emotion that you might be experiencing that may not be pleasant, we are developing a new relationship with our emotions, and from the intelligence in our heart chakra, new bits of information are flicking their way or pulsing their way up into our conscious mind to help us interact from a different perspective with our internal guidance system, which includes all the roller coaster ride of the human experience. So I just want to put that out there. So lest you hear me share some information about some good stuff that the energy's doing and you're thinking to yourself, yeah, but my situation is this. You can be in any emotional state and have access to what the energies are doing. Okay? I want to say that again. You are in whatever emotional state you are in any given moment, and yet you still have access to unlimited possibility far beyond what your lens allows you to see or understand or experience, because you're having your familiar experience with your current emotional state. So as I share what I'm going to share, just see if you can loosen your grip a little bit on your attachment to whatever it is you identified as your emotional state. We can only have that emotional state. We can only label it based on imprints that tell us that's what we're feeling because of whatever reason we believe that's the emotion that we're having. Do you understand that? You only know what frustration feels like because you were taught how to label an experience as frustrating. If there was no label and no definition of the word frustrating, but your body was having a movement that is the experience of frustration once it's labeled, how would we respond to that? How would we respond minus labels and told what we're feeling if we just had an experience that was guiding us? I don't have the answer for that, but I know that it's possible. And I know for myself, when I stopped resisting negative experiences or labeled emotions as bad, my experience started to open up greatly. So that's all I'm going to say about that. And now I want to share a couple of things with you. Before I share the energy, I'm going to give you an assignment, okay? An invitation, if you will. So on Saturday, we had the Operation Game Plan follow-up. If you did not attend, what I'm about to present is still for you. If you attended the other Operation Game Plan offerings, you have a little bit more foundation. But if you didn't participate in Operation Game Plan, this is still for you. Because what I'm offering is that you guys begin to utilize our WIN Facebook page, and on a daily basis for the next 30 days, riding the momentum of the energies I'm about to explain, you begin to just catalog for each other and for yourself on our community page, on our tribal page, in our sacred circle. Everything contributed on that page adds value energetically to your experience in the WIN tribe. If you personally withhold back, you're preventing your contribution to the whole. So as we move through the next second half of the year, I really want you to value what you're creating here, what you signed up for, this community, this tribe. Whether you feel connected right now or not, it's irrelevant. You can change that. What I'm speaking is accurate information, and if you receive it as accurate and you start to create your life as if it's true, meaning if you take what I'm saying, your contribution of typing something into that comment section or posting on that page affects the whole, and you accept that as accurate information, and then you start to create your life as if it's true by doing it, you're going to see the positive outcome that I'm pointing to. So here's the challenge I want to offer you. I want to offer you the challenge for the next 30 days from today, the 15th, through June, I think it's 14th, through June 14th. I want you just to every day post one action that you took toward your goal. If you did the follow-up in Operation Game Plan, you've got some solid list of different goals. And the idea is once you gave yourself time to really think through where you're going to intentionally put your focus and your action, all you got to do when you get distracted is go to your list, pick one off, and take action toward it. And that's what I want you to do over the next 30 days. I want you to post one action that you took from your list. And if you haven't had a list, you can make your list. If you don't have a list, you can still post one action you took toward a goal that you're moving toward as we make our way through the end of the year. But I want you to narrow it down to this 30-day segment. What happens? What happens when you commit 30 days of 30 distinct actions toward your goal, 30 consecutive days? And what happens when you actually do them and you tell others about it? Something big happens. Momentum that you've already been building. I've been saying we've been putting, it's like all these actions and all this focus and all this intention and all the work we've been doing has been pooling energetic, a reservoir of energetic momentum that's, as we make our way to June, that gate's going to open and that momentum's going to carry you in ease and flow over and through the obstacles that we already know will show up on our Mud Runner obstacle course. So we're not going to expect that, but we're going to maximize this insight, this inner, I call it insider information, to know that we are building this momentum and to take advantage of that by the little snippets that the Masters of Light keep giving us, these little tools, these little points of action. It's thrilling. So there's your challenge. I think it's pretty understandable. If you have a question, shoot me a text. But all you're going to do is post on the Facebook page for 30 consecutive days, one action you took toward a goal of something that you want to create. Why is this important? Because this momentum we've been building is what's going to give us the inertia to thrive during the time that the world is beginning to see the evidence of the dismantle. So we're in like a final month of collecting that momentum, and this little challenge I'm offering is to help you stockpile that, to help you really get in intentionally in this little window that we've been given. So when the gate opens, you're going to feel it and you're going to sense the evidence of what I've been talking about, because this is the year of evidence. So what are the energies doing? Two things I want you to take away from today. For the last 21 days, up until yesterday, we've been in a really potent Mercury retrograde. That's like swimming through molasses sometimes. Communication that you're transmitting to other people or they're transmitting to you gets stuck in static and it doesn't really land. Technology, communications can be really faulty. Computers, iPhones, stuff like that. Mercury retrograde is a great time, if you understand what's going on, for us to be really reflective. Any word that begins with R, reflective, rerouting, rethinking, reorganizing, reevaluating, all those things, which is what we did on Operation Game Plan follow-up. We really rethought everything and got it structured, and we came out of that energy. And right now, starting today, we are moving into an energy that's going to really support clear communication. So things that you've been putting in motion, intimate relationships, new working relationships, new friendships, new anything where communication is at play, it's taken a quantum leap right now. In a cycle coming out of Mercury retrograde, that's always accurate information, but we're moving this bandwidth stronger. So over the next 6 weeks, particularly the next 2, we're in a window where you're going to find communication feels easy. You're going to find that you're in your own clarity as you're becoming articulate or a little more articulate in what you're wanting to say and the feedback that you're getting back. Knowing that, be strategic. Be intentional. If there are relationships that have been a little wonky, now's a great time to enter into, with this behind the scenes flow is what I like to call it, supporting clear and expansive communication. Take advantage of it. this is particularly true in intimate relationships. It's true in all relationships, but in lover relationships, it's got an extra layer. So just take that into consideration. Those of you that are in intimate relationships and you want to expand that a little bit, and communication may not be a strong point in your relationship, right now there's a wave to ride that will improve that. So be aware of that. And then the other thing is pay attention. I bet you, even as we've been coming out of Mercury retrograde and communication has been a little wonky, and maybe you've been a little tired, and maybe you feel like you've maybe been swimming against the current, all of that has even in the midst of that, if you look back in this year of evidence, you can see progress that you have made. You can see things opening up. You can see evidence of your personal growth. You can see movement or ahas or clarity, even in the midst of Mercury retrograde that we just came out of, that I didn't talk about at all, because even in the midst of that, evidence is showing up. And right now, particularly over the next 2 weeks, if you ride your own acknowledgement of the evidence that's showing up, you're going to expand that. What do I mean by that? It's important that you acknowledge to somebody, wow, I've really made progress in this area. Maybe you acknowledge it to a partner, wow, we've really made progress in this area. But it's important that oftentimes in our human experience, through our wounded third dimensional persona, we're unknowingly walking around waiting for the other shoe to drop. You know that feeling? Like things are so good, but the shoe's eventually going to drop. And if we live there long enough, we will manifest the evidence of that. Well, this is a chance to break out of that burden of not moving into the expansive joy of the progress that you are making. So over the next 3 days into the next 2 weeks, I want to invite you to be mindful. Like, give yourself permission to acknowledge the progress that you are experiencing and the joy that's expanding from little snippets of advancement, of progress. And in addition to the acknowledgement, it's important that you pause long enough to feel the gratitude of the accomplishment, the gratitude to yourself, to the universe, to others that are involved in creating your success or your advancement or your progress. It's really important that we feel the gratitude for what's occurred, and feel the gratitude for your ability to acknowledge, wow, I am making headway. Even if they're small little increments and you're moving forward, which is why you hear my mantra often, keep moving forward. It doesn't matter how slowly you're moving, as long as you're moving in the direction of expansion, you're on track. And right now you can amplify that in this energy with acknowledgement and gratitude, really high vibrational emotional states, and action. Acknowledgement is a high vibrational action that builds a bridge between you and the person you're acknowledging or acknowledging to, and the gratitude that you're experiencing. So at 7:18, that's where I'm going to leave you today. Pay attention to your progress, acknowledge, really be intentional with a specific goal, and report on the Facebook page for the next 30 days, the one action that you took. You don't have to go into any story, just say, I drank my green drink today, and that's enough. That was mine on my new list. All right, there's only love for you here. Rock this glorious Monday, beautiful tribe. Until next time, be well.